Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be reading you my personal statement and then giving you some really short, quick tips on how to get everything you need to say in that 4,000 character limit, which is really tight. So let's get to it. During a work experience placement on a rehabilitation ward, I was privileged to see a nurse attend an elderly patient following a serious fall. In many ways, she was lucky to be where she was, in a safe place surrounded by caring staff, but this can be hard to appreciate when in pain. The patient was so perturbed by her injuries that when asked if there was anything that could be done to help, her simple reply was, "I want to die." Distressing cases are a reality of working in the NHS. I have learnt that doctors must remain driven to push through against adversity and do what is best for their patients. This passion to help others is something I already possess, but hope to develop more as I grow older. Many crucial skills come with experience. To this end, I work as a ward host at Frimley Park Hospital. The attention to detail and responsibility that this necessitates has broadened my skill set further. In addition, volunteering at a local disability play scheme, caring for my brother who has Down syndrome and taking the time to find smiles at an Alzheimer's patient's nursing home has made me more empathetic, improved my listening skills and enabled me to become a better communicator. Medicine isn't glamorous or all easy, but is always evolving. I am always interested to read about new advancements in therapies and treatments, such as the pseudomyxoma peritony surgery, which I witnessed during a placement at the Basingstoke Hospital. I appreciate that these discoveries only come with immense hard work and dedication. Through my college studies, I have established myself as an engaged and independent learner. Lessons where we are required to think logically, taking only the important and useful messages to reach an answer, are most engaging. I was especially interested in a practical project in which we autonomously trialled our chosen methods to determine the percentage composition of calcium carbonate in marble chips. Working independently whilst putting into practice what we'd learned across the year was particularly rewarding. Soon after, I applied my knowledge to obtain a silver award in the Cambridge Chemistry Challenge. As well as this, I am completing an EPQ into how the human cytomegalovirus could threaten the health of our nation in the future and the ways in which medicine could help. This has allowed me to think critically about sources, link and connect ideas, and even carry out my own primary research. This passion for science and learning is something which I carry with me outside of the classroom. I looked into the ethical debate behind the use of medicinal cannabis for Billy Caldwell in 2018, which I then wrote about in an essay competition hosted by the Medical Students' Union of Imperial College, achieving 3rd place. I later attended a masterclass at the University of Cambridge in which we learned why nerves are so slow. After this, and spending time with residents at the nursing home, I was keen to learn more about how neurological disorders manifest themselves and found Oliver Sacks, the man who mistook his wife for a hat, to be a highly illuminating read. I recognised how fortunate I am to balance my studies with extracurricular activities. I am studying piano at grade 6 and find yoga a mindful way to keep fit. In my roles as Deputy Head Girl and President of Healthcare Society, I have kept up my leadership and public speaking skills, planned events and organised timetables. Finally, via completion of my Gold DV Award, I have trekked across Wales and worked as part of a team, requiring resilience and commitment. I believe hobbies are important to ensure that we keep in perspective what we have experienced or felt during the day. The prospect of studying how our bodies work and sometimes fail to function alongside other motivated students and hard-working students is exciting and stimulating. Being able to give back to our NHS, which has done so much for me and my family, only adds to this. I can't wait to see what the future of medicine has to offer. So there you have it, that's my personal statement. It's a bit funny reading it back, and I can definitely see kind of like the structure of what I was going for. But right now I'm going to give you some quick tips and show you exactly what that structure was and how I got everything in there. So I'll just quickly show you the actual whole document, so just so you know what it looks like in terms of the size of it. So the whole thing is less than one side of A4. It's 3,979 characters. I checked it just a minute ago. This tiny bit at the top here is the intro, and that's kind of, so that's all about work experience and my motivation. Then this whole chunk here is pretty much about academics and kind of like science and medicine and links to my work experience. And then this bit here is super-curricular activities. So that's things that are related to medicine that I've done in my own time. So like reading, writing an essay, watching a lecture series, that kind of thing. Then this last big paragraph here is my extracurricular hobbies, and then the final bit at the bottom is my closing statement. So that's kind of how I split my structure up to make sure I ticked all those boxes and got everything in there and had the right weighting. So I would say for medicine, it's important to not neglect extracurricular, but for Cambridge and Oxford and probably UCL and Imperial and all those more academic medical schools, you definitely don't want to be focusing on the extracurricular too much. So I would say definitely keep it to the last paragraph. The bulk of it needs to be your kind of academics and the skills that you gained from being a studious person. And then definitely for the intro, I would say you want to comment on your motivations to study medicine, and if you've seen anything in work experience or volunteering, put that in there, some of the skills you gained from it. But the most important tip that I have for you is if you put something in like, I work in a hospital, you need to say what you've learned from doing that. If you're going to put something in, you've got to say what you gained from it. So for example, I put in about my EPQ. I said I'm completing an EPQ into the human cytomegalovirus and how it could threaten our health in the future and the ways medicine can help, which has allowed me to think critically about sources, link and connect ideas, and carry out primary research. So in like 3 lines about my EPQ, I told them what I studied, what it's about, and the 3 skills I've gained from it. So that's a really efficient way to say something you've done and then 2 or 3 things that you got from it. And that way you're just gonna fill it with amazing good evidence that you are the person that this university really needs on their student body. But if you do have any more questions about personal statements, let me know. I'll do my best to answer them. Don't worry about it too much. More and more medical schools are moving away from actually using personal statements as a way of kind of deciding who to interview, because they are aware that there are people that will pay to have their personal statements sort of written for them or to have it assessed for them online. So a lot of medical schools do recognise that it's not a very fair way to assess you. That said, I was asked about my PQ, so if you're going to put stuff in there, make sure you're happy to talk about it equally. Don't put things in there that you're not happy to talk about. If you've read a book, put it in. If you haven't read a book, don't put it in. But yeah, those are my main tips. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Let me know. The support means so much, and I'm so thankful for the growth that my channel's had recently and all the support you guys give me. And please know I'm always happy to help and give you any pointers for free. It's really important to me that people who aren't paying for courses get the help that they want for getting into medicine. But thank you for watching the video. I hope it was helpful and see you all next time. Bye!